to my channel. My name's Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm going to be talking about two bananas in particular, Sikkimensis, Musa Sikkimensis and Musa Helens hybrid, and a bit of confusion going on, well, for me anyway, about these two bananas. But I'm going to start off actually with neither of those. This is Musa Basjoo. Some info there on the left of the screen. So Musa Basjoo is supposedly a cold tolerant banana. It's actually grown quite a lot here in the UK. It's very popular. I've seen many of these in ground in Manchester, and they do come back each year. Unfortunately, I've never been successful in getting them to overwinter. So this is my third attempt. I will be keeping this indoors for the first year because it's not mature enough. But let's get back to these two recent additions to my Musa collection. Musa Helens hybrid on the right of the screen, and Musa Sikkimensis, the larger of the two, red tiger, the variety, on the left. And the reason why I chose this Musa Sikkimensis, first time I've attempting to grow it. I've not bought it as a seedling. It was quite a decent sized plant, and the Helens hybrid, actually I wanted to get a Champa, but they didn't have them in stock, so I ended up with a hybrid which is cross between Champa and the Sikkimensis there. So I'll go into that in a little bit more detail in a minute. So let's get back to the Musa Sikkimensis, a little bit more information. See if I can put something on the screen here. So you can see from the information, it grows in the foothills of the Himalayas. So it is a cold tolerant banana, similar to that as the Basjoo, and it may have a slight advantage in the fact that it's very sort of attractive foliage, and apparently it keeps its foliage even in, you know, high winds. It doesn't it's not susceptible to that shredding that Musa Basjoo, the leaves of Musa Basjoo, can get really shredded, you know, particularly when it's quite windy. It's been windy recently here in the last couple of days, and the leaves seem to be intact, you know, they've not sort of ripped in any way. But I'll show you what the Basjoo looks like here, and there is evidence of some shredding there on that leaf and on this leaf here as well. The leaves are much thinner on the Basjoo, so that's the appeal of the Sikkimensis, as well as having this attractive striped look to it. It keeps its foliage, you know, in the shape that you want the banana plants. You know, you want them to have these huge leaves and retain that. So it's also, it can overwinter it, but it's a little bit slower to come back. Now this is the Helens hybrid. So if you have a read there on some information, so it's a cross between the Sikkimensis and the Champa. So Champa is actually the one that I really wanted to get from this company, but it was out of stock, so I went for the hybrid. You know, so it's part Champa, part Sikkimensis. But I have had two Helens hybrid plants in the past, and they didn't look like this. So when I got this plant, it was quite small and it hadn't developed the larger leaves. These lower leaves down here were just plain green, and so I didn't think anything of it. One of the leaves were damaged when I got it. So these newer leaves here have got very similar stripes to the Sikkimensis. So I actually emailed the company yesterday and queried, had they mislabeled it? You know, it can happen, banana plants. I'll just put up a picture of what my Helens hybrid looked like when I got it back in 2018. So it had plain green leaves and it had a singular red stripe down the middle, which is what most websites show Helens hybrid is looking like. So the company said it's definitely not mislabeled, and it's just that the plant, because it's a mix, you know, it's a hybrid, it's taken on more characteristics of one of the parent plants, being the Sikkimensis, and that's why it looks like that. So, you know, I just have to accept that, really. I'm not a botanist, I can't, you know, I'm no expert in that field, so I will have to accept their explanation for it. They did say there will be some more teeny champers available in the next few weeks, so I would like to get the teeny champer, which was my original sort of choice. So hopefully when that arrives, fingers crossed, I can do a video you know, about that. But I would love to hear from anyone who here in the UK who are growing either the Sikkimensis or the Helens hybrid. Have you got them in ground or in pots? You know, do they overwinter well? I'd love to hear, you know, from fellow UK growers, and also your opinion. Do you think that this is actually a Helens hybrid, or you agree with the sellers that they are actually, it's just taken on the characteristics of one of the parent plants? So thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.